Tone Central Station.
Hello, this is Michael Majette, and I'm here at Tone Central Station. This is the Lowrider series. Welcome. So I have a dilemma. I need help. I keep coming in to do these product videos thinking I'm going to help people, who want to get good gear, who want to have a good time getting it. They come into Tone Central, and I keep trying out products I haven't tried before. I want them. I want to buy them. It's going to be a real problem at home. So I'm going to need your help. I'm going to go through this review. I'm going to tell you what my takes on this instrument are and why you should consider buying it. And then I'm going to do my best not to buy it out from under you. Deal? Deal. Okay, so here we go. Today, we have the Lakland Skyline 4402 Deluxe. It's a lot of words. Let's break down what they mean. Lakland, of course, out of Chicago, Illinois, one of the great companies that in the 90s, some of us who were around remember being, And I feel like this model, or one that looked like this, was kind of what we were seeing first. It's a take on the Stingray that has that big humbucker in the back that just gives you that nice oomph that so many people were using, with a jazz bass pickup or style pickup up front, and then a blend of the two with lots of tonal options. And then, of course, as many of us know, the Skyline series came out to great success where they're putting the same components, the same electronics in basses with great quality, but made in places like Indonesia and overseas, and then set up still in Chicago. So it still has that, and this is one of those. So the 4402 is kind of what I call a throwback. It's, to one of the original models that I remember seeing, at least. I don't know if that's the original Lakland model, but it is. So you've got this humbucker that gives that, and then you've got that jazz pickup and a blend that you can do between the two, and then all kinds of blend in between. There's another thing that's happening here that I love, which is this. When you go to this humbucker Stingray-ish mode, Lakland kind of, in my opinion, they didn't just sound like a Stingray. They kind of had their own take on the Stingray, which is part of what made it remarkable. So when I put that pickup on the back setting and I'm just on the Stingray, you have a coil tap, which essentially means the two single coils that are in here. The original, okay, let me back up even more. The original Stingrays that came out, they were wired in what we call parallel. So parallel is basically what a jazz bass is wired in. P-bass and most humbuckers are wired in series. Leo Fender said, nah, I'm gonna wire it in parallel and get that distinct sound. And that's part of what even a lot of companies that try to imitate kind of maybe miss. Well, Lakland said, why can't we? Well, actually, even before Lakland did, Ernie Ball bought Stingray, Music Man, and especially in their 5 strings, but even some of their 4 strings, they gave that ability. Let's switch the wiring with a switch. You can go from parallel to series, which gives a little bit different kind of scoop to the thing, or maybe scoop isn't the right word, but different tonality. And then they said, hey, let's just make it to where you can do a single coil. So just one of those coils operating in the back. So now, with this bass, you can have kind of like a classic-ish Stingray. You can have the more modern kind of version of the Stingray option. It has a little bit more bite to it. And then you can just have a single coil, and maybe you want to blend it with this front single coil, and now you have a jazz bass. There's another option that you have. There's the volume knob here. If you pull it up, you're bypassing all the active electronics that you've been hearing the whole time I've done this video. So now you have a little bit more tamed and more of a classic sound. And you can even play with the pickup blend the way you would on a jazz bass, you know, more front, more back. So you have a variety of tonal options. I haven't even messed with the EQ much, which is great. I'm one who I tend to don't use the EQ until I feel I need it. So I try all the other options first. But it's here and it's a great sounding EQ. The original EQs, not to get too much further into the weeds, that were in these were, well, they were Bartolini pickups and Bartolini electronics. Well, now Lakland does their version of it that they've kind of perfected. And it's a different tonality that's a little bit more in your face and aggressive. You can tame it down, of course. I won't say it's a better or worse sound, it's just a different sound than the classic sounds, but it seems to be pretty popular, and I see why now that I picked up this bass and want to take it home. So let me give you a couple more tonal examples, and then we'll be on our way, huh? So here I've got a front pickup only, passive, or at least bypassing the passive electronics in it, we'll say that. Maybe I want to stay passive, but blend the two. We've already heard that jazz. Let's go kind of blend and get that Music Man kind of pick up back again. So now we're back to our blend of the two. And to me, this is where this instrument really shines. It's not just in the tonal variation, but kind of a unique Lakland thing that they're doing. A lot of people have copied now with that single coil up front and that Music Man style in the back. You put a little EQ on it. So yeah, there's a lot happening with this thing, and I haven't really dug in. This video is running a little long, kind of the way that me messing around with this thing, trying to learn about it, went long. Help. Come on, man. So if you want to know more about this thing, first of all, like and subscribe for Tone Central Station right down there. And then come on into the store and check it out for yourself. You'll see in person, it's a whole other thing. Great for recording. Help.
Tone Central Station.